Time is a precious commodity, especially when it comes to meeting with your clients. And being on time or not being on time is signaling something very, very clear to your clients. So you may actually get granted more time when you meet with a client. This happened to me often, right? Like they would tell me, you have 5 minutes and that's it. That's all you have is 5 minutes. Well, I always went into a sales call with little bullet points, 3 at the most bullet points that you had to have covered on that call, right? And I knew that those were my 3 bullet points. And when they said, hey, I have 5 minutes to talk to you, that's all you have. And I thought, great, great, doctor. I am here. I just want to let you know that I have 3 quick things that I need to tell you about, and they're this, this, and this, right? So they knew that there was 3. So if I only had 1, then they knew that 2 more were coming, right? But you always respected their time, and you knew that when 5 minutes were coming up, that you would peace out, right? So let's say you only got to 2 points, but you had 1 more to go and you knew your 5 minutes was up. Well, then you have to say, hey, look, I know I promised you 5 minutes and we're going over our 5 minutes. Would you like me to come back? I promise you. How many times it says, no, 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 go ahead, finish what you have to say, even though it's after the 5 minutes, because you will be granted because you respected the time of your client. And of course, they want to see you more, right? So it's very important that you are punctual, that you are professional, that you look the part, even if you feel like it's a casual day, right? Like it's a Saturday or it's a casual, like Friday or something like that, or you're in your office, or it's a Zoom call, or it's something where you feel like, well, it's not very professional. We're not meeting hand in hand. We're not shaking hands. No, no, no. You always want to look the part. You always want to be professional. You always want to look like you care about who you're closing to. And you never want to be late. There's lots of reasons why we can be late. You know, you hear it all the time. It was the kids, it was the drive, it was the traffic, it was, I got a phone call or whatever, right? But when you are trying to close a deal with a client, you are sending the wrong message when you are late. When you promise to deliver on something, you need to deliver that on time, because if you don't deliver on time, that's going to leave a question mark in the person's mind, and they're going to think, well, you know what, maybe they're always like this and they're not reliable, and they're going to start thinking about other people that can do their work for them. So it's very important that you don't send that message to them. And here is the key to like the most successful thing that I know I ever did, that I was actually taught to do in one of my companies. And that is, you show up 10 to 15 minutes early. Why? Because it signals that you are there, that you care about your client, that you are prepared, you're not rushed, you're not sweating when you walk into a room, you're not like frantically getting into the conversation right away, or you're fumbling with your papers or anything like that, right? Being on time, respecting that individual, because everybody should be respected for their time. And you're not above that person, you're not above anybody else. So when you show that respect, when you're on time, when you're punctual, not only may you be granted a longer period of time to have discussions with that person, but you will be remembered as that person that honored them. I can't tell you how many times even I've had office staff say something to me. They said, we told you you only had 10 to 15 minutes and you really honored that. Well, what is that going to do? That is going to open doors to the support of the people around them when they see you, and they're going to say, that person is really respectful. We're going to let her in again. Because once you are not like that and you stay there for longer than you promised that you would, I guarantee you they're going to remember that. Your staff's going to remember that. People around them that do business with them, they're going to remember that. And they're going to be like, no, I don't want you to be on that call with that person again, because they made us delayed, or they showed up late, or they're going to keep you on longer and we don't have that extra time. So time is a precious commodity. Remember that, respect that, and continue to focus on closing the sale with your client and making sure that they understand that time is precious and that you honor their time. So if you found this valuable, hashtag value below. Share this with anybody that you think that's going to be important. And if you want to sign up for my masterclass coming up very soon for free, say masterclass below, and I'll be glad to get you in that program. So